Part 12. An hour later, all the party guests went back to be prepared for the trial tomorrow, all except Kikko, who had no home to go to. So she was left all alone in the dark with all the remainings of the party. Alone until a certain Cheshire and Mad Trio came up to her. Kikko saw them coming. She turned away from them with a mad face. "What are you doing, standing around in the dark for?" said Cheshire Yapper. "You should be going back home and get some rest." "I could if I had a home to go to," Kikko said back. And maybe you should ask someone to find you a home," said the Sneeze Mouse. "That way you can stay here." Kikko turned around and said, "No, I don't want to stay here. I want to go back to my real home in Burbank. I don't belong in this place, and I'm sick of seeing all these people who have the same faces as my friends and family back at home. I don't want to see you as a Cheshire Cat parody. I want to see Yakko," she said to CY. "And you aren't supposed to be a crazy hat maker. You're supposed to be Wacko, Yakko's crazy brother," Kikko said to Really Mad Hatter. And I don't want to see Dot, Sulky, or my little brother as any characters either. I want to see the real them." "And what about the door?" "And what about the said, looking she's about to cry. "I've looked everywhere for a small door, couldn't find it. Where in the world is it?" The real Mad Hatter and the March Hare starting to have guilty looks on their faces, like they were hiding a secret from Kikko. "Okay," said the R8MH. "The truth is neither of us don't know where the door is either." "What?" Kikko said, all puzzled. We know there is one, but it's invisible," March Hare explained. "The Gray Rabbit said it was somewhere right here, but only royalty and royalty workers can use it, and other Wonderland citizens can't use it." "You mean I'm stuck here forever?" Kikko asked. "But how am I supposed to go home now? Or was this an excuse for making up because you want me to stay here? You guys are no help. You're just a bunch of lying troublemakers trying to keep me prisoner here. I'll travel back to the places I've been to get to the river and go for the hole no matter what." Now let's not get too carried away here," Cheshire Yapper said, trying to calm her down. "What do you know?" Kikko said to CY. "I'm never gonna trust any of you again." Kikko started running to the gate and away from the troublesome four. CY, RM, March, and Sneeze tried to chase after her through the Heart's Kingdom, but they lost her when they entered the maze. While CY and the Mad Trio were looking for Kikko, the Gray Rabbit appeared for night patrol to make sure everyone is at their right places or at their homes for the night. He spotted the Cheshire Yapper and Mad Trio in the maze and approached them. What are you kids doing here?" asked the Gray Rabbit. You four should be heading back home at this late at night." "We're sorry about that, Gray, but we're trying to find a girl that just ran away to the maze," CY explained to the Gray Rabbit. "What did this girl look like?" the Gray Rabbit said. "Big green eyes, white face, small red nose, crazy hair, wearing a waitress clothes," the March Hare described Kikko and the Gray Hair. "Oh, that's Kikko," the Gray Rabbit answered. Then all of a sudden, he started to have a panicked face. "What's she doing outside this late at night? Does she realize it's time for the Jabberwocky through the Wonderland to feast on anyone that is out there at night and is full of fear?" "The Jabberwocky?" the four gasped. "That's right," the Gray Rabbit nodded. "You better find her and fast before the Jabberwocky does first." The Gray Rabbit started run to the other end of town to check on any late walkers at this hour, while Cheshire Yapper and the Mad Trio started to go faster through the maze to hurry and find Kikko. They searched for her in all the places Kikko have or haven't been before making it to the Heart Kingdom, but she is in none of them. She wasn't at the March Hare's house, the Pointer Forest, really Mad Hatter's house, nor the Duchess's house. Just as CY and the Mad Trio were walking far away from the Duchess's house, a pack of mome rafts were scurrying way down south. They stopped in front of the CY and Mad Trio to warn them that the Jabberwocky's approaching. "We know the Jabberwocky's coming, but we're looking for someone," the Cheshire Yapper said. "Don't you see anyone coming up north?" The really Mad Hatter said. "No, but I've seen a dog girl that was just walking by us earlier," one of the mome rafts answered. "She looked kind of lost and sad." The four guys are thrilled that they knew that Kikko was that the mome raft is talking about. "Where is she now?" the Archer asked the mome raft. "I don't know," said the mome raft, "but I think she was heading towards the Toji Wood Forest." The boys knew they must hurry up to find Kikko, so they ran off to the path to the Toji Wood. Somewhere in the Toji Wood Forest, the Jabberwocky was out sniffing for any victims to eat, and failing to find anything in the forest until it picked up a scent of fear and sadness in another end. It snarled and flew to the other end to the Toji Wood Forest to find the snake and eat whatever made it. Meanwhile, on another side of the Toji Wood Forest, and sitting by the tum-tum tree, Kikko was alone and frightened that she would never make it back home and see her friends again. She was crying, lots of tears down her face, thinking about Wacko, Sulky, Dot, and Quirky, and especially Yakko, and all the things they used to do together back in Burbank. "Oh, guys," Kikko said, "I really want to go back home and see you all again." All of a sudden, a flash of giant red eyes glared and glowed above the right side of Kikko, and the sound of a gruesome growl. Fearsome growl, I mean. But Kikko turned around and saw the face of the Jabberwocky up close by her. She was all terrified, like she never was before, and started to scream at the top of her lungs. Sorry, couldn't scream. Throat. I just need more drink. Anyway, her scream echoed throughout all the forest, and EY and the Mad Trio heard her. "It's Kikko!" Cheshire Yapper said. "And the Jabberwocky must have found her!" The really mad added the Mad Hatter. "Come on, we gotta save her before it's too late!" The March Hare continued. Sorry, guys. The four boys ran to the Toji Wood Forest to find Kikko.